Every decision a front office manager makes shockwaves through the entire operation. A single choice regarding a room upgrade or a staffing shift immediately impacts your guests, your employees, and the company balance sheet. To manage this ecosystem, we have to move away from gut reactions. The first step in our structured process is to accurately recognize the problem. It is incredibly easy to confuse a symptom, like an angry guest, with the root cause. Reacting purely on intuition often means you address the wrong issue. Once the core problem is named, you collect intelligence. This requires gathering hard facts, like the specific data of a room inventory error or a guest's stay history, rather than relying on presumptions or lobby hearsay. With facts in hand, you create options. Instead of settling for the first idea that comes to mind, develop a few viable alternatives. Then, assess the situation by weighing the specific price tags of each option. That cost might be a hard financial hit, or a lasting cost to the hotel's reputation. After weighing those factors, you decide and act with certainty. But the process doesn't end there. Conducting a results review evaluates what worked and what didn't. This reflective step creates a feedback loop, allowing you to adjust specific protocols so that a one-time crisis can lead to a more refined operational procedure. Adhering to this structured six-step process provides a reliable way to navigate high-stakes uncertainty. It moves management away from guessing and establishes a clear, repeatable method for handling daily operations. We often see a false division in leadership styles, assuming a decision must be purely cold and calculated or purely based on empathy. This split creates a trap that ignores how a hotel actually functions. This analytical breakdown shows the data-driven side of the operation. It tracks occupancy trends, revenue per available room, and labor cost percentages. Using this data ensures the hotel remains a viable business. Now, look at the emotional side. This perspective factors in guest feelings, team spirit, and personal circumstances. It recognizes that a strictly logical choice might alienate a loyal guest or demoralize a hardworking staff member. Consider a team member calling in sick during peak check-in. Analytically, avoiding extra help saves the labor budget. Emotionally, reassigning those tasks to the current staff slows down service speed and risks burning out your team. Effective leaders evaluate both datasets simultaneously. By merging these perspectives, you make decisions that uphold the hotel's operational standards while actively maintaining the loyalty and morale of your staff. When a problem arises directly with a guest, having a mental framework keeps you focused under pressure. In hospitality, the LEARN technique is the gold standard for de-escalating tense situations. First, listen. Seek to fully understand the issue before offering any solution. Next, empathize. You must recognize their disappointment. Keep in mind, validating a guest's frustration by saying, "I understand why that would be frustrating," does not equal admitting liability for a legal fault. The third step is to act fast. Delaying a resolution only allows the guest's anger to fester. Then, resolve. Ensure closure by confirming directly with the guest that the solution you provided actually fixed the problem in their eyes. Finally, notify. You must tell the applicable departments about the situation so they can follow up or prevent a similar error from occurring in the future. Let's test this step. Imagine a guest complains about a broken shower, and you've already moved them to a new room to resolve their issue. So, who exactly needs to be notified? Engineering must be notified so they can fix the hardware for the next guest, and housekeeping needs to be informed so they can check for similar oversight issues during their regular rounds. Applying the LEARN framework gives you a clear, repeatable path. It turns an angry confrontation into a successful service recovery. One of the greatest hurdles for new managers is the fear of making the wrong choice, which often leads to decision paralysis. In a fast-moving hotel environment, hesitation is dangerous. Delaying a decision directly results in lost revenue, increased guest frustration, and a staff that feels unsupported. Getting the best information available and making a quick, slightly suboptimal choice is often better than freezing up. Leadership involves taking the burden of responsibility and making the tough calls others shy away from. When things get difficult, being decisive provides your team with a necessary sense of security and direction. Decision-making is a continuous cycle of observation and adjustment. By utilizing structured processes, balancing logic with empathy, and acting decisively, You create a ripple effect of growth and efficiency that translates into a more consistent guest experience.